understand
Comment
every
vous avez
word.
commencé?
How did you start off? How did you start off your career?
How did I come on?
Now that you're at the top, let's start from the bottom.
I can't answer it all in French, I'm sorry. How did I start? I studied fashion at Central St Martin's in London. I just decided that I wanted to go there, and so I put together my portfolio and I went there, and I happened to meet a gentleman called Tyler Brûlé, who started a magazine called Wallpaper, and I started being his intern. I was an intern there, I was an intern at the Telegraph in London. I just did that, and then I was still at college, and I suddenly had a job at Wallpaper. It was great. So.
And so do you see a difference between French fashion, you know, when you look at girls in Paris versus women in New York? Do you see a difference in the style?
Of course.
Donc vous travaillez avec des acteurs et des actrices. Et alors comment ça se passe?
Quand une actrice, un acteur, I'm going to have to continue in English, has a film to promote, you know, it's quite organized. You know, they have a premiere, they have press on television, or interviews, or these different occasions that they have to. It's part of the deal to do the publicity for the film. So most of the time, that is why they will contact me, is they have all these different events to do, and when they film, I didn't realize this before I started working with actresses. They'd always say, "Oh, I'm on set, I can't go and I can't come to a fitting." They film for like 14 hours at a time, and then they have, I think it's 6 hours off, and then they go back. Like, it's a very big schedule, so they don't have time to look at clothes themselves or find them, you know. And hopefully their expertise is with acting. They're not experts in fashion. They don't drink up all the latest magazines and look at style.com. I mean, some
which
do.
You do.
Which we all do. Some have a passion and some find it very natural, but there are others who they are much more like acting as their passion, or music, or whatever it happens to be. So you just advise and you help. It's like, you know, for instance, when you're a designer and you work with somebody who is a stylist, and it's a pair of eyes that you ask them, like, what do you think of this? Like, when I go in and style people's catwalk shows, it's the same thing. You come in and you advise, you know, it's the same thing.
So do you have to really get to know the people that you're working with, you know, because you have to know what they like, what they don't like, their personality, what will be good for at this point in their career, you know? Do you have to really research where they are in their careers?
I think it's something, it's hard to really explain. It's like a feeling you get, you know? It's like when you have a model for a fitting and you put something on them, and some things suit them and some things don't suit them, and it's amazing how you put things on different people and it's magic. And sometimes you start working with an actress and you think, oh, they're going to be like a very like cerebral, kind of like a modern, like Calvin Klein, that kind of thing, and actually they end up being much more of like a Carolina Herrera or an Oscar de la Renta. Like, you think they're not that person, but they end up.
Well, thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Merci pour votre temps.
Non, merci pour votre temps. Merci pour venir aux États-Unis avec des jolis vêtements, avec le style français.
J'espère à bientôt. I think I see you again.
J'espère ça.
Next time.